Happy hump day. The grind continues. Let's talk some baseball. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back into another episode for Just a Bet Outside. I am your host, Steven. Wednesday, August 30th. We are almost to September, which means it's almost football time, baby, and getting closer to the baseball playoffs. So, 1 and 2 day, we'll talk about the bets, guys. It's just unbelievable what happened again, but you know what? It is what it is. Today's Wednesday, which means it is time for the Hump Day Humdingers, baby. That's right. Here we go. The first one. The Kentucky Derby is the oldest sporting event in the USA, 1875. Can you name the second oldest sporting event? Do, 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 do. No, I bet you can't. It's the Westminster Dog Show, 1876. Really, really important information that I can't believe school didn't teach you. The next one. Pittsburgh is the only American city with three sports teams that share the same color. Yep, pretty crazy. Black and yellow. And my goodness, are those bumblebee prison outfits that the Steelers wear sometimes? Those are freaking awful. Those are bad. But anyways, I thought that was interesting. Just a couple humdingers to start your Wednesday. This is a reminder. This is the last video of this week for us. I am heading out on a road trip with my wife for our 10-year wedding anniversary trip. You guys had some really great comments last video. I appreciate all the support. I have not had a chance to get back to you, but I will respond to your comments. So thanks again for that. Thursday only has 4 games, so we're really not missing much. It's just Friday. And like I said, I'm going to post good hitter matchups and good pitcher matchups probably in the Discord, assuming I have service and my wife isn't killing me with hikes that are in the middle of nowhere. We'll see. So, anyways, that's the deal. Thanks for the support, but we got a big show for you today. You know we do, including the one you've been waiting for. But here we go. Good hitter matchups, and then the aces of bases. That is right, baby. At Jose Garcia. Thanks for the name. That was awesome. And then good pitcher strikeout matchups, pitcher report, and we finish it with some best bets. Let's get into it. It starts out with that bets recap page. All right, there it is, guys. Over 7.5 A's and Mariners. Unbelievable. It's just unbelievable. Mariners did have a chance in the ninth, but they just couldn't get anything going versus Waldachuk and the A's freaking bullpen. The A's scored 3 right off the bat and then never scored again. Just never did. It was just one of those games. We were close to maybe we were a single away from having a 3-3 tie, maybe going to extras, having a chance, but it just wasn't there. The bet I absolutely loved was a winner, but it was only a half winner, which sucked. Bryce Harper and Julio Rodriguez, 1+ hit each. Harper hit a bomb in his first at bat, which, by the way, I did give out some home run props. I haven't even checked them all, but I know Bryce Harper was one of them, and he was a winner. So that was a nice plus 350 winner, I believe, in the Discord. But we're not counting that towards best bets. Julio didn't play. Sore foot. I had no idea. No one saw it coming, even around here. So it's just a small win, unfortunately. But I know he would have got a hit. It's Julio. Next one, Blue Jays team total over 4.5. Oh man, guys, the Blue Jays. There's can't be a more frustrated fan base than the Blue Jay fans, other than maybe like Mets or Padres possibly this year. But they lost by the hook. But Alejandro Kirk got thrown out at home plate. Should have got pinch ran for in general. That was a run. They had guys on base. They had bases loaded, nobody out in the ninth inning, and they scored 2. Couldn't get across the third run. We lost by the hook. They had 4 freaking runs. So many chances that game. If you watched it, you know it was a good read. It just didn't happen. It's just one of those days again. 1 and 2 day. It is what it is. I'm ready to move on. Let's bounce back, and it starts with a quick word from our sponsor. All right, you guys know I talk about OddsJam. I absolutely love it, and it can't be any bigger than right now because we have baseball season. We have NFL season coming up. Basketball's not too far away. Guys, you just sign up for free, and you get all the odds across all different sports books for money lines, over-unders, player props, whatever it is you want. If you want to sign up for the plans, they give you positive EV, which is expected value, the best bets for every single day, the fantasy optimizer. Sign up and use the promo code JABO. You get 25% off, guys. It is a great deal. You got to use it. I know some of you are already doing that, so that's great to see. And like I said, NFL right around the corner. Next week, for NFL videos, we will have someone from OddsJam in to talk about the 3 best bets that OddsJam has to offer for week 1. That's right. It is time to talk some football. Make sure to use that promo code JABO. It is awesome. That's all I got to say. Now, let's go to the good hitter matchups. All right, let's talk some bats, and we got a good one for you. 14 good hitter matchups. Let's check it out. There we go. Look at Goldie. Paul Goldschmidt of the Cardinals, 12 for 26, 3 bombs versus Dick Mountain, Rich over the hill, whatever it is, he owns him. And then we got a few White Sox players, three of them actually: Tim Anderson, Moncada, and Benintendi. Not too shabby, hitting Kyle Gibson pretty well. We also have three Guardian players in Quan, Miles Straw, and Andres Jimenez. Three guys that I'm sure you were anticipating to see in this one. All hitting Sonny Gray pretty well, who's actually a good pitcher, so that's pretty impressive. And then Dansby Swanson, who seems to pop up whenever there's a really good pitcher on the mound. He seems to do well. 5 for 13 with one bomb versus Brandon Woodruff of the Brewers. Other than that, we got some good ones with Devers going 6 for 12 with a home run versus Valdez, and a couple no-namers, John Birdie, guys like that. Cedric Mullins 5 for 13 versus Dylan Cease. So yeah, that's what we got, guys. Those are the 14 best matchups. Use these to go get some winners. That's all I care about is you guys winning bets with this. So hopefully you guys do that. Anyways, that is the good hitter matchups, and now it's time for the aces of bases. All right, it is time for the total bases leaders for the last 15 days. We did it last week. It sounds like it helped you guys out. For those of you that like to do over base props or hitter props, whatever it is, just to show who's on fire. Julio Rodriguez, the guy who didn't even show up today, didn't play, but he has 48 total bases in the last 15 days. Him and Bryce Harper are on an absolute tear to go along with Osuna and Teoscar. I mean, it's crazy, guys. Some of these guys getting almost 50 bases in a half a month. DJ Stewart is definitely a surprise down there at 36 bases. Alex Verdugo's been hitting well, and Mookie Betts is. I mean, I heard he's taken over for MVP favorite right now over Ronald Acuna, which is crazy. So, anyways, that's page number one. Let's go to the second page. We got Kyle Schwarber, 35. Royce Lewis is kind of a surprise there. We all know Suzuki was on a hit streak until I bet on him, and then he broke that hit streak. But at the bottom, as you can see, there is a ton of guys tied at 31. I just included all of them. I couldn't get the team names in there, but Seager for the Rangers, Ian Happ for the Cubs, Acuna for the Braves, Rowley for the Mariners, Jordan Alvarez for the Astros, Bobby Witt for the Royals, and Kerry Carpenter for the Tigers. They all have 31. So hopefully this helps you guys. I mean, there's a couple hitters that you don't realize are actually hitting the ball pretty well right now. So like Gunnar Henderson, we've already talked about, but Rengifo for the Angels. By the way, the Angels are a joke right now. They just let some guys go. They're just a mess. Completely gave up now after trying to acquire talent at the All-Star break. But anyways, those are the total bases leaders for the last 15 days, or as we now like to call them, the aces of bases. Let's move on to the good pitcher strikeout matchups. All right, let's talk some arms. I got four good pitcher strikeout matchups for you today. It starts out with Tanner Bybee of the Guardians going up against the Twins. We know they strike out a ton. They have the highest strikeout percentage versus righties in the last 30 days at 28.9%. Bybee, 117 Ks in 119.2 innings. He has faced the Twins this season already, and he had 6 Ks in that game. The next one, Logan Spider Webb against the Reds. The Reds' second highest K percentage versus righties in the last 30 days at 28.7%. Webb has 163 Ks in 174.1 innings, and we'll talk more about that one later. Next one, Framber Valdez versus the Red Sox. Red Sox fifth highest K percentage versus lefties in the last 30 days at 26.8%. Valdez 159 Ks in 161.2 innings. And the final one, Garrett Cole of the terrible Yankees versus the Tigers. Tigers' sixth highest K percentage versus righties in the last 30 days at 26.5%. And Cole has 181 Ks in 168 innings. Those are the four best pitcher strikeout matchups for you. And now it's time for the pitcher report. All right, we have the full 15 game slate. Here is the pitcher report with the first 8 matchups. I'm not going to lie, we don't have a lot of great matchups today, unfortunately. We did talk about Tanner Bybee and Sonny Gray. That's not a bad one in the AL Central. Both pitchers have been pitching very well this season. Reed Detmers up there. We're going to talk about that game later, but Detmers has struggled. Other than that one game where he almost threw a no-hitter, he's been struggling lately. Brandon Woodruff has been really good for the Brewers, going up against Kyle Hendricks, who somehow has a 3.8 ERA, throwing about 70 miles an hour, but he's got the job done. And then Hunter Green, who we all know can strike out a ton of batters and can also absolutely implode. So that should be an interesting one against Logan Webb. That's probably one of the better matchups. And then Framber Valdez, can he find his form again against the Red Sox that are hitting the ball really well right now? So as you can see, just a reminder, there's a hits per 9 innings on the right side. All the averages are on the bottom just to kind of help you out what's good, what's not good. But yeah, let's move on to page number 2 on this one. And some more not so great matchups. Best one on this page is probably going to be Eflin and Lazardo on this page. Eflin 3.04 expected ERA, pretty impressive. Lazardo 4.15, but he has struggled lately, and we will talk about that game in a little while. Garrett Cole, pretty much the only pitcher you can trust on the Yankees, going up against Joey Wentz. Pretty big discrepancy there. No pitcher yet for the Pirates, as you can see. Vines for the Braves making his first start, and he had some good numbers, good K numbers, and pretty decent ERA in the minors, just so you guys know. So we'll see how he goes. In Coors Field as your first major league start is not easy, though. And then Brandon Pfaadt, he's a guy who I like to fade earlier on in the season. He's a young rookie, but lately he's been throwing the ball pretty well. So it's going to be a good test to see if he can handle this really good Dodgers lineup. So that's what we got. Those are the last 7 matchups. Take a screenshot, go get some winners. And now it's time for the best bets. All right, game number 1 takes us out to Philly, where the Phillies host the Anaheim, Los Angeles, whatever you want to call them, Angels. Phillies money line minus 175, Angels money line plus 145 with an over under of 9 runs. My best bet in this game is the Phillies minus 1.5 runs at plus 116. The Angels have thrown in the towel, guys. They have just let go of some players, including Lucas Giolito, including a couple relievers, Randall Grichuk, Hunter Renfroe, just trying to save some money. Their season is an absolute debacle. They have made mistake after mistake, and they have officially thrown in the white flag, or the towel. White flag, towel? I don't even know. But I think the Phillies are just going to absolutely rout them, guys. They are playing for something the Angels are not. Reed Detmers takes them out for the Angels. We just talked about him. Other than that, almost no hitter. He has struggled. He has 2+ walks in 7 straight starts. He does not have his command. How about a 6.12 ERA in July, and now in August, an 8.68 ERA? He just has not been good. Behind him is maybe the worst bullpen in all of baseball with the Angels, and now they've let go of a couple more relievers. They're just a debacle, guys. The Phillies against lefties have a top 10 offense. I like the matchup. Christopher Sanchez takes them out for the Phillies. He's kind of been sneakily solid for them, to be honest with you. 2 earned runs or less in 6 of his last 7 starts. He has a low 1.01 whip, which means there's not a lot of traffic on the bases. He has a very low walk rate. And he's an elite ground ball pitcher, which you love to see. 57.5% ground balls, which is in the 96th percentile of starting pitchers. So he's been awesome at keeping the ball on the ground. The Angels offense, they were good earlier. They are no longer good, guys. They're just a debacle right now. 28th WRC plus, 26th batting average, 28th on base percentage. All this is versus lefties in the last 30 days. It is just not pretty. I think the Phillies route is on in this game. Phillies minus 1.5. I love the plus money value. That is bet number 1, and let's move on to game number 2. Game number 2 takes us out to Miami, a battle of 2 Florida teams. We got the Marlins hosting the Rays. Rays moneyline minus 122, Marlins moneyline minus 102 with an over under of 7.5 runs. Best bet in this game, I got the Tampa Bay Rays team total over 3.5 runs at minus 125. Jesus Lizard Lazardo takes the mound for the Marlins. 7.85 ERA in August. It has not been good. He's given up 40% hard contact and a 325 batting average in the month of August. Given up 6+ hits in 4 of his last 5 starts. 4+ earned runs in 3 of his last 4 starts. His only good start lately is the last one against the Padres. I don't think that happens again. The Rays offense, they are a top 10 offense in batting average and on base percentage versus lefty. I'm losing my voice, guys. It's midnight. Versus lefties in the last 30 days. Now, they don't have a ton of power versus lefties, but I don't think that matters much because they hit them well enough. All they need is 4 runs, guys. I'm not asking for 6 or 7 or anything like that. They are guaranteed as a team 9 at bats. That's right. The road team, you got to love it. That 9th at bat could be huge. So, all we need is 4. Like I said, the Marlins bullpen has kind of struggled lately. So, I like the Rays to at least get 4. I think they just scored 11 last game against Miami. So, give me the Rays team total over 3.5 as my second best bet. Let's move on to the third and final game. All right, the third game takes us out to San Francisco, down by the bay, where the watermelons grow. Anyways, Cincinnati Reds are going to San Francisco. Giants money line minus 166, Reds money line plus 140, over under of 8 runs. This is a player prop, baby. Here we go. Logan Webb over 5.5 Ks is my best bet at minus 125. I got that on DraftKings. Gave it out on Discord already. I might be 6.5 already on FanDuel. It was inching that way, and I wouldn't be surprised if all the books have 6.5 tomorrow. Logan Webb versus the Reds. He's faced them twice already this season. Has 6 and 7 Ks already, so he's gone over twice. Alex, here's 3 of the most recent games for the Reds. Alex Cobb faced him, had 8 strikeouts. Harrison faced him. Harrison. He had 11 Ks. That's right. And then Zach Davies had 5. Davies, guys. I mean, these are three guys that don't have as high of a strikeout percentage as Logan Webb. All we need is 6 out of Logan Webb. I think he gets it done. Webb also has a 2.48 ERA at home, so he's been good at home. The Reds are a below average team against righties. What that means is he's going to last longer in the game, more chances for strikeouts. So I love Webb to get over 5.5 strikeouts, like most people have been getting. And as you saw earlier in this video, the Reds strike out a ton. They're a top 3 strikeout team against right-handed pitching in the last 30 days. So give me Logan Webb over 5.5 Ks as my final bet of the day. Let's check out that bets recap page. All right, there it is. Phillies minus 1.5, minus or plus 116. Then we got the Rays team total over 3.5 at minus 125. Logan Webb over 5.5 Ks at minus 125. And there it is. If we have any added bets, I will put it below in the pinned comments. I think I'll have another one tomorrow. And for just another reminder, this is the last video of the week. So I will have bets out. I'll have some matchups out on Discord for everybody to see. And I'll still get some bets out, but Thursday's just 4 games. So, at most 1 or 2 bets. So that's what's going on. Football is next week. Holy crap. We're going to have a couple videos every week for you. It's going to be a ton of fun. Thank you for all the support in this first year on the channel. It's been absolutely unbelievable. Can't do it without you guys. Leave a comment below with your best bets. Smash that like button. Enjoy your Wednesday. And if I don't talk to you for a while, enjoy the weekend. We'll talk to you soon.